Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we got a couple more cards to go over. There's been a couple more card reveals. There's not very many right now, but a couple more to go over from United and Stormwind. There won't be much coming up, I can tell you that much. If you look at the schedule here, there was the July 23rd and 24th card, as we're going to go over today. But there's one tomorrow night, July 25th at 11 p.m. And then I believe Tice's is 5 a.m. on July 26th. And then there's the final card reveal at 10 a.m. And then the PC Gamer one is showing at 4 p.m. that day. So basically, July 26th is when you can expect probably the next review. We'll go over probably, I'm assuming, the remainder of the expansion cards, which is going to be a lot. We'll probably break it up into a couple of videos because we've only seen like 50-ish cards and there's like 130 plus, right? So it's gonna be like 80 cards to go over at once is my assumption, that they'll just reveal them all. So yeah, expect a couple of giant review videos then, but in the meantime, we'll cover these two. And I also want to remind you guys that my giveaway with the Mega Bundle, my additional giveaway with the Mega Bundle is attached to this video. If you just like, comment, subscribe to that video, well, subscribe to the channel in general, you'll be entered to win a Mega Bundle, and I will announce the winner on This Week on Hearthstone on Monday, so you'll want to tune in for that and check that out. And of course, we'll have the Nova intro as always. She's always happy to participate. So yeah, let's take a look at these cards, see how they'll impact the ladder. Are they good? Are they bad? And all of that. So the first card is a Paladin card. A Paladin card, which is really just one of the oddest cards I've seen included, not because it's out of the norm for Paladin, but anyways, let's just get into it. We have first Blade of Rin. This is a 4 mana 3/5 epic minion, and it has Divine Shield, Battle Cry, gain Rush if this has at least 4 attacks. So this needs to be hand buffed. I'm almost certain this needs to be hand buffed to gain Rush, right? A Battle Cry activates as soon as a minion is played, and I guess if you put it beside a Direwolf Alpha, something that like buffs its attack on board, it will be active. But I'm looking through the Paladin cards in Standard at the moment, and there's like no hand buff mechanics whatsoever that I can think of that actually would make this card work. It's very peculiar to add this hand buff card with no support. So I guess we're getting some hand buff support for Paladin, because there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. While there's plenty of stuff, but I think the only hand buff card I can think of in Standard right now is Costumed Entertainer, which is a 2 mana 1/2 that gives a random minion in your hand +2/+2, and that's a random minion. So unless I'm missing something, fill me in the comments below. This card is just useless as it is in Standard, because you're not going to play a 4 mana 3/5 Divine Shield, although that's not bad. Honestly, standalone, that's not bad. We had like Silver Moon Guardian back in the day in Classic. That was just a 4 mana 3/3 Divine Shield minion, and this can gain Rush, and obviously needs to be buffed, but I personally don't see how this is going to work. So this is one of these cards that's really hard to evaluate, because I'm assuming we're going to get more hand buff stuff, and if there's good hand buff stuff, maybe this is worth it, because it's going to be probably a 4/6, right? You're going to probably have +1/+1 on it or something like that. But yeah, as it stands, this card just, to me, doesn't seem like it's going to make the cut in Standard. I'll say there is one support card. I did miss that, is Prismatic Jewel Kit, which is the new 1 mana 0/3 weapon. After a friendly minion loses Divine Shield, give minions in your hand +1/+1. So this works well with Prismatic Jewel Kit, right? Like if it hits one buff, it's good. It's got Divine Shield. It has synergy with that. I haven't been sold on Prismatic Jewel Kit, but with cards like this, it certainly makes it more viable. It seems like they're trying to make this hand buff Paladin thing work, but again, it doesn't really synergize with the quest line. It definitely have to be its own unique thing. Still, I'm not sold on it. I guess we'll see with more support in that, but as it stands, I'm going to give it a tentative 2 out of 5. But again, if there's more support and it makes a lot of sense, then sure, I could see it seeing play. However, in Wild is where this card gets really interesting. We got a ton of good hand buff cards. Hand buff Paladin's already a legitimate good deck, and throwing this in there as another proactive rush minion can be really good. The problem I see with it is hand buff Paladin really likes its charge minions. The charge minions are what really helps make that deck explosive, because with Conviction, you always have an active target to go face. If it's a charge minion, this is not so much charge, but it's incredibly sticky, and there's a lot of good hand buff minions. You have Grime Street Outfitter, you have Glowstone Technician, and then of course you have Smuggler's Run. Those are all really good hand buff cards, and hitting this, like, it's a high health minion too. Proactive high health minion that's gonna have a decent amount of attack. It might slip in there. It's definitely going to see some experimentation with. I know Bodybuilder, the Handbuff Paladin Wild Expert will be giving it a go, and maybe it makes a cut. He'll probably have a better idea of how to assess this card. I should DM him and ask him, but I won't cheat. I'll give my evaluation. I see it, maybe it sees play in that deck. So you know what? I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in Wild. I see it seeing some play. The hand buff stuff is just, it's a lot better there. So it has a lot better chance to succeed. And the last card revealed is a Warrior Epic. It's a mech called Remote Control Golem. It's a 4-mana 3/6, so premium stats, high health, and after this minion takes damage, you shuffle two 2/1 mechs into your deck, or 2 cards into your deck. And they're apparently just tokens. They don't have rush. They're just 2/1 mechs. And is that good? I don't know, not really. Shuffle them in, and you can I get just like cast one drawn when they're summoned, but I don't believe they have rush unless you play Dr. Boom in standard or in Wild, because all your mechs will have rush, and you know, it's a frustrating mini to deal with. I gotta imagine there's some support coming with this, because as a standalone card, it just 2 mana or 2/1 with mechs, just period, coming out of your deck, just don't make a heck of a lot of sense. I mean, I guess it's stats, your opponent needs to deal with it, but what are you doing there? It's like Dragonling mechanic spawning a 2/1. Like, it's just not fantastic, and plus you have to draw them. They don't immediately happen. It's just a weird one. But I guess if you just damage this a bunch, let's say you damage this 5 times, you're shuffling what, 10 2/1s into your deck, and you'll constantly replenishing the board with 2/1 mechs. Maybe it plays into the quest line. Maybe there's something in the quest line for this. This is another card where it feels like there was probably other stuff meant to be revealed that makes this card make a little bit more sense, because as it stands, I don't see how this is like a really valid card at all. It just seems like stats. So tentatively, I'll give it a 2. It's not like a bad card or anything, but until we know more information, I guess, it's very, very hard to evaluate this card. Same within Wild. Even though in Wild you have Dr. Boom and you can give all your mechs rush, that deck is very, well, you sometimes play that on Odd Warrior, and that's about it, and this is an even cost card, so that makes it even more awkward. So I don't think you're building your deck specifically around going Dr. Boom into these guys. So yeah, there you go. And those are the 2 cards. Like I said, there probably won't be any more to go over until the final reveal day, but if there is, I'll keep you guys posted. I have a video scheduled for tomorrow, so you'll want to check it out. Some more honest cards. It's pretty fun. And but again, if something comes up in the meantime, we'll push that back to another date. So if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.